bridging the rift. The veteran Radiant wishes to share his gratitude. Thank you for putting forth Khazal's name. Those whose lives he enriched will take comfort in seeing his legacy honored. You will forgive me for not speaking sooner, but I bear a message from Archon Y'shtola. She asks that you meet her at the High Crucible at your earliest convenience. Oh. Understood. Thank you. Y'shtola must have finished her study at the Void Gate. Shall we hear what she has to say, then? I will go with you. Archon, let's go! Let's go! Archon in the fucking questing party, let's go, 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 go! I thought the satrap would be too busy setting up for the Foundation. My clerks have been the well-oiled cogs of this administration since before Ahuan assumed the office. They understand what needs to be done. And I'm curious to learn what conclusions your Archon has reached concerning the gate's unique construction. Yeah, makes sense. As you wish. Allow me to lead the way, Your Excellency. People say wait, Kalia said 6.1 isn't that big, and then Kirasame said till next week. What's next week? Actually, 6 points pretty big, massive even. It's all about how you use it. I mean, that's... Dude. Let's not even go there. Let's not go there. Most games suck now. Maybe that's just... I don't know, maybe I'm just... Not most. I wouldn't say most. A lot of games are still great. Archaeotania's up?
Here we all are.
Oh, fuck. Fuck. You're trolling.
You discovered something new.
I took a closer look at that device. I was able to determine how it keeps the Void Gate sealed, but not how it might instead be employed to expand the opening.
Okay.
For that, I would need to reference the technique developed by Vitra's alchemists, no records of which appear to have survived the intervening years.
Vitra's probably gonna know some shit, right? Vitra's gotta have some shit memorized.
We know this, so why have you sent for us? Have you learned aught of value or not?
Oh, Jesus, Dinian. Don't be so curt.
Patience, good sir. One must introduce the subject before launching into specifics. From what we understand, travel between worlds is accomplished by passing through the nebulous rift which exists between them. Picture, if you will, the moment you were called to the first.
Yep, I remember. Flowing through the fucking darkness, seeing like fragments and memories and shit in my head. It was fucking wicked.
You touched a focus of some kind to help the Exarch pinpoint your location.
Yeah, I was right at the base of the Crystal
His summoning
Tower.
spell then channeled the energies of the Crystal Tower to begin your journey to his world.
Yeah. Remember, it scared the shit out of me. Yep.
The magics tore a hole in the wall separating source and shard, and cast you into the intervening nothingness.
Looks about how
In
I
that
remember
place,
it.
The laws of nature hold no sway. Yet even through this realm of temporal and spatial instability, you were borne safely to your destination in the first. The feat that guided you across such an unimaginable distance, both physical and metaphorical, was nothing short of a miracle.
It's because I'm a Zem. I can just do that. I can do that shit. All those people I've been around, I got a little piece of their ether and it's fucking...
Then what of the many
what
void
were those
stones found in the source?
I have no idea.
Who guides them here and how?
Apparently the Knight in Black.
An excellent question.
Sounds like kind of a dick.
Though there are several methods by which the Void's denizens might intrude upon our world, the rituals of summoning are the most typical. For example, let us consider the gargoyle, a creature of middling power.
Gonna fight a gargoyle right now, or what? Oh.
To call upon such an entity, the prospective summoner must force open a void gate. The portal lasts but a moment and is relatively small, allowing only an imp or other lesser being to squeeze through with their physical body intact. Our more powerful gargoyle, however, is too large for that. Creating a gate big enough for him would require vast amounts of energy, far beyond the reserves of any one mortal practitioner. Instead, 'tis far more common to bring over only the entity's soul. We had a taste of that ourselves when a certain exarch dragged us to the first. And just as our bodies remained in our world, the Void Sense physical form is left behind in the 13th.
Yuki, thanks for subbing for 2 months. Congrats on the new sub badge. Thank you.
Once at its destination, the summoned soul is granted a temporary shell to inhabit. In the gargoyle's case, a stone effigy has proven a suitable vessel.
Wait. You said that Voidsent must be called here deliberately by someone in the source, reeled in like a fisherman with his catch.
Exactly. For a being to navigate the chaos of the rift, with or without form, there must needs be a guiding agent on the other side.
When the hordes poured forth from Alag's Great Gate, it was the technologists who drew them through. Though to my knowledge, planar fissures are in essence natural passages between our world and the void, which require no such guidance to traverse. Why is only the boundary between the source and the 13th so fragile? So much so that it often tears open of its own accord.
I believe solving that mystery is key to understanding travel between the source and its reflections.
Schwarza,
How do you
thanks so much for
intend to
the
get your answers?
8-month resub. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. And how do you intend to get your answers? Let's find out. We're going in.
No, the danger is too great.
No, we got to. We have to. We don't have to. You could just lock it away. You could seal it away.
Perhaps. But what some call danger, others think of as adventure.
That's kind of what I was thinking. I like that idea better.
Were you not listening to my tale? Never mind that the means to expand the gate has been lost to the ages.
Thank you for the shit, Archon.
Even could you force the portal wide enough, you would be greeted by an army of murderous horrors the very instant you step through.
You know how many murderous whores I've fought?
I assure you I was most attentive. And I agree that to go alone would be certain death. But if I were to bring along one who has already braved the 13th and humbled the cloud of darkness, well, I imagine my chances would be much improved.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, the Cloud of Darkness was a bitch. Thumbs down. Sad face. So much for taking it easy. Count me in. Get me in.
I had a feeling you might say that.
Ha ha!
Once again, I put my life in your ever-reliable hands. That said, as much as I would like to march straight back to the Void Gate, there is the small matter of being unable to open it without the Satrap's personal authority.
Yep.
As I've said before, I will grant you and yours any boon you choose to name, provided it does not endanger my people.
So if we go in, close it behind us.
You have my word that we will take every precaution. Not a
kidding.
single void
Don't
scent
do
will
that.
be allowed to threaten Radzatan, assuming we manage to expand the portal in the first place.
You have a plan.
Actually, I had hoped you might help us with that. I presume the alchemists you retained supplied you with some explanation of their methodology.
That they did. House Daimir was overseeing the project.
Daimir. Ah,
Great
yes. The family associated with the great work.
Mm-hmm.
I did not fully comprehend the theory, but their research began with a void scent which had slipped through the fissure. After a thorough examination, they created an arcane simulacrum possessed of similar qualities. A man-made void scent, if you will. It was apparently indispensable in their efforts to enlarge the gate.
Mini Witch,
A
thanks so much for the
man-made
5-month resub. Yeah, no shit, Yashol, that's what I'm thinking. A man-made void scent. What the fuck? And then they used it to make the gate bigger. Fucking hell.
Yes. Being great admirers of the Archons, House Daimir submitted detailed notes to Charlene's official committee. They expected praise and accolades for their simulacrum, and were thus devastated to be informed that their work had been classified as prohibited material.
Oh, man.
If that's true, then those notes might still be stored in a forbidden archive somewhere. Not Google, of course, since that library had yet to be built. Which leaves us with...
With what? With Graha's favorite place to sneak around. Eorzea does love to fuck with its own existence.
Indeed.
this
Numenon's
one's not on the
restricted
Eorzean
stacks may
sets,
very
that's
well
true.
hold a copy.
This is...
In which case,
If it isn't on
I
Google
say we
search, it
head
must be on the
directly
dark
to
web.
Charlene.
Google. Google. To Charlene. True, true. Muckstar, thanks for the Prime for 6 months. Congrats on the new sub badge. Thank you. Muckstar.
Unless you anticipate needing help to reach the high shelves, I see myself being of little use. Go on ahead. I still need to find Mirad and tell him about the Khalzal Foundation.
Let us be on our way as well.
I'm gonna spend more of Tataru's money at the markets.
They are resolved to venture into the void. Do I sit idly by?
Toaster Girl, thanks for the Prime Gaming. Welcome to the Garden Spot. Did you enjoy the lecture? I legit love how the game isn't scared to just stop and have a lesson to make sure all the players are caught up with the new lore and retcons. Yes, I do like it, dude. It's very nice to just have it broken down for you and be clear and It's really nice. It's nice. And to have Y'shtola being one of the people, like, so involved in it is fun. Dude, I like it. It's made for good notes today. I like how they broke that down.
Stop doing that.
If we're to enter Numenon's restricted archives with a minimum of fuss, we must secure the permission of the Forum. First, however, we shall need to enlist the cooperation of a member to broach the matter on our behalf. Who do you think might be inclined to assist us? No one springs to mind. Maybe Montichan. He did come to Graha's defense during the inquiry, after all. 'Tis settled. Let us head to Phenomenon and see if he's willing to help us once more. Don't they show like zones on the map now? If there's like little special dialogue? Thoughts on Estinian becoming such a dad? It's so fucking wholesome, dude. It's so fucking wholesome. I love it. If I was pressed to name our allies in the Forum, Scholarch Montichan would certainly be at the top of the list. Hopefully he agrees to aid us with our request. I apprenticed to Master Matoya at the age of 7 and labored under her tutelage for a full decade. I never had the chance to attend the studium. Neither did Thancred, as I recall. Soon after Master Louisoix took him off the streets, he was put in the care of another Archon. His was a rigorous and practical education in the arts of espionage and survival. I sometimes wonder what my life might have been like had I pursued studies here instead. Tea in the last stand after a day of lectures? Should I wonder as well? Oh, never mind me. It was just an idle thought. Said, oh, that does sound lovely. Afternoons with friends spent sipping tea and debating theories. Still, I wouldn't give up my time with Master Matoya for the world. The dank cave I studied in... It's 420. The dank cave I studied in was about as far from the bright, airy halls of academia as one could get. But it was a wondrous, magical childhood nonetheless. Aww. Aww. Dankest of caves. They were in there doing fucking peyote or some shit with the wily coyote. Matoya would still look just as old. No running in the holes. I heard that many a time. Trying to get to my fucking Quidditch match, motherfucker. Here. Montichan, I have to admit, my friend, your classroom is not as impressive as mine. Though, I don't believe my repertoire is as impressive as yours. How do you do, old friend? I didn't mean old in the sense that you're... Never mind. Hopefully you've forgotten what I said about the diaper before. Ah, visitors. And quite esteemed ones at that. What may I do for you? Oh, pray forgive the intrusion, Scholarch. We were hoping you might help us secure permission to enter Numenon's restricted archives. Oh! No further forays into the stacks this time, eh? I applaud this newfound sense of propriety. Yet in all of this wide world of comparative serenity, what so compels you to disturb a vault of forbidden wisdom? Dude, ask the devs to give us better blackboards. The devs won't listen to my tweets. I don't have Twitter. Fascinating. I had no idea such a technique existed. Yo, better blackboards, dude. Let me draw... Nah, maybe not. Better blackboards. Probably shouldn't be able to draw on them, though. Be careful of that one. We will end up with some fucking crazy shit. I wouldn't be surprised if you had. If my assumption is correct, the research left behind by House Demir has lain dormant in Charlane's archives for many centuries. And if you unearth this research, what then? Surely you don't intend to cross over into the void. That is, in fact, precisely what we intend. That was a weird little animation thing. To what end, pray tell? To develop a method of traversing the rift, for one, that I might keep my word to a distant friend. Sentiment aside, I have journeyed to the end of existence. I have heard, felt, and thought endlessly about the truth of our world in the echo of its future. And yet I want to understand everything, to unravel it all down to its very last secret. What scholar worthy of the name wouldn't force open a void gate or two if a grand revelation was the promised reward? Marvelous! An audacious proposal worthy of Master Matoria herself. And after hearing the whys and the wherefores, I for one do not believe you would use the knowledge for real. I see no reason not to present your request to the forum's consideration. No, dude, Montichan is the fucking homie, dude. Oh my gosh, dude. Though your petition would be better received if you also had the support of another well-placed acquaintance. Why, Master Forno, of course. You can hardly ignore an earnest request from his dear children's most treasured comrades. I was hesitant to approach him directly, but there's no denying that having Master Forno on our side would tip the balance in our favor. Very well. We will pay a visit to the Levier estate and plead our case. Alright. I love Montichan. He's down to fuck. One last thing before you go. I would consider it a personal favor if you might share with me the discoveries you make in the void. My appetite for knowledge is every bit as insatiable as yours, I'd wager. So if you could see your way to indulging an old man's curiosity. Of course, Skylark. We will be sure to pass on any revelations. Montichan seemed optimistic, but I doubt convincing Forno to champion our cause will be as simple as showing up on his doorstep. The forum can be a cantankerous beast. One needs a persuasive voice to get it moving in the desired direction. Well, Kryle's from before. I mean, like, Charlay and, like, you know. Master Pyro, Mistress Yustola. How may I be of service? We've come to speak with Master Forno. Is he home by any chance? Yes, the Master is in residence. I shall inform him that he has guests. Wait, is Yustola's tail half black and half white? Have I never noticed that? I'm so confused. Was that just shadow? That was just the shadows. Okay, I was gonna say, what the fuck? How have I never noticed that? Well, well. Emiliance would invite you inside for tea, but I assume this is not a social visit. You have some matter of import to discuss? Then pray proceed. You have my full attention. So, where's your wife? Well, I suppose I should praise you for following the proper protocols this time around. Scarlock Montichan expressed much the same sentiment. I assure you will not attempt to circumvent the forum's authority again. Unless it is absolutely necessary, of course. Of course. You do understand that the restricted archives are restricted for good reason, yes? If no pressing need exists, then why risk the consequences of employing this forbidden knowledge? For adventure. For a brother who misses his sister, She was his guardian and his friend, a selfless hero who crossed the rift between worlds to save her homeland from horror and suffering. But the brother has given up on thoughts of reunion. He spends his efforts elsewhere, watching over a people yet healing from the flames of the final days, loyal to his duty while betraying the longing in his heart. 'Tis no vital mission, perhaps, reuniting these siblings, but it feels a worthy cause to pursue, all the same. As one who feared losing his own loved ones and spent years in research to prevent it, surely you appreciate how painful such a separation must be. Got him. Reflections are still very much a mystery to us. Offering to share your experiences in the First should constitute a fair exchange for our cooperation. Do not celebrate just yet. The Forum must still be convinced. I will add your request to the list of today's deliberations and deliver the decision to you at the Baldessian Annex. Thank you, Forno. Good to see you. I never thought I'd say that to him. Crazy. Please do come again. We're always glad to receive such close companions of the twins. The matter is out of our hands. All that remains is to return to the Annex and await word of the Forum's decision. You know, it's weird how everyone's okay with you having killed Heidelin. I'm pretty sure I came back and explained to everybody what happened. It's not self-defense, she asked me to do it. She literally was like, hey, I saved my last reserve of strength to see if you could do it. It's not like we fucking slayed Heidelin. You know what I'm saying? A little different. They believed you, Keck W? She totally asked me to, trust me, bro. Yeah, except I don't think that's how the Warrior of Light would probably phrase that. Hi, I'm Vanan. Hi, I'm Vanan, and this is Jackass! No, you stopped fighting before she died. Yeah, true, and then she just fucking she gave it away. She consented to it. She said send it. So, what did the Forum decide? To put it bluntly, Master Matoya has burned some bridges here in Charlian, and salted the earth for good measure. When it became clear that her student was the petitioner in question, well, no few members voiced their discontent. Then the chamber was reminded, in no uncertain terms, I might add, of the incredible debt we owe to you and your companions. That served to silence the grumbles and stiffen a few spines, and it was agreed that allowing you entry to the archives was the least we could do in return. Nice! That is wonderful news. Thank you both for speaking on our behalf. Nice. Yes, well, as I'm sure you are aware, this permission was not extended lightly. Forbidden knowledge is to be treated with the utmost caution, and there will be repercussions if it is not. I wish you well in your endeavor, and bid you good day. Ever the same, that one. Uncompromising? Aye. But that very stoicism is exactly what Charlayan needed to guide it through not one, but two exoduses. How do they make me adore the characters in this game so much? What the fuck? Okay, here we go. That went rather well, I think. As a child, I dreamed up any number of schemes for getting my hands on those forbidden tomes, and now I can simply walk in through the door. Our focus will be on finding House Demir's research notes, of course, but the thought of so much knowledge at my disposal has me feeling a little giddy. Want to change the next quest giver? I'd like to set out as soon as you're ready. Mm-hmm. Probably. Oh yeah, by the way, I put in the down payment to reserve my appointment for my FF tattoo. Just so you guys know, that's happening. Numenon. When's it gonna be? It's gonna take some time. Oh. Whoa. The fuck? Numenon. Pride of the Studium and parent institution to the Great Gabul Library. Gubal Library. This massive collection of scrolls and tomes is the largest of its kind. Knowledge from every corner of the world is collected here, and efforts to compile the Bibliotheca Historica, the ultimate repository of wisdom, is an endeavor without end. Cool. I like how it pops up like that. Fuck yeah, that's way better. I have to go find it? That's fucking a trillion, bajillion, gazillion times better. To think the set of instructions I laughingly imagined may exist. Wait, hold on. To think the set of instructions I laughingly imagined may actually exist but yalms away from where you found me napping. If I'd known of Alzadal III's exploits sooner, I could well have saved myself days of research. Even a children's book might have pointed me in the right direction. To achieve the impossible, one must needs be flexible of mind and look beyond conventional wisdom. A lesson I had already learned, but clearly not taken to heart. Holy fuck, he talks like fucking... he talks like Twitter. Oh, God. Archon Yashtola and guest identified. Do you wish to proceed into the restricted archives? Follow me if you would. Watch your step, and please note that the use of naked flames is discouraged. Absolute, it's gonna be... Whoa. Sassy boots. Boom. Oh, man. Let's go. Froth's right there, reading some shit. Holy tits.
If House Damir's notes are to be found anywhere, it will be here. Let us begin.
Yeah, this slaps. Slaps. It rips, dude. It bangs, bro. Fucking slapper. Fucking straight fucking slapper. There we go. Unidentified journal. Uh-oh, untitled journal. Slaps, I say. Today, in a world not my own, I met the most beautiful void-born creature. She was so unlike her ravenous brethren, eyes blazing not with hunger, but trembling like a candle's flame, threatening to flicker out at any moment. I wonder if she is even a proper word. Such distinctions seem inconsequential, insignificant even. All that matters is the love I feel for this exquisite, transcendent being. Uh-oh, he got sucked. He got the suck. Though you're tempted to read more, this does not seem to be the volume you're seeking. He's got the suck. Ooh. WoW players know what I'm talking about. Weighty tone. In the year 1564, the Sixth Astral Era, the Amalja summoned Ifrit, their patron god. Accounts describe the being as a gigantic, lizard-like being with a potent command of fire-aspected magics. If we consider that primal summoning is an act fueled by faith and prayer, it is unsurprising, if not expected, that the resulting deiform entity should manifest the appearance and powers with which it is attributed by its worshippers. Right. What, then, might emerge from the ether should one who believes in an almighty omniscience attempt the same ritual? Would the scholar himself grace us with his presence? Some other embodiment of divine sagacity? Sagacity? Could this man-made god truly be all-knowing? And if it were, whence would such knowledge arise? I myself have many questions concerning the nature of the ancient world. With no spell to transport me back to the days of old, could I instead summon a being possessed of encyclopedic wisdom of every age? Yet, with no means to verify its pronouncements, how could one be certain they were true? This is how Alexandria became a thing, Ezra. He didn't know everything. No. Alex could just see all the futures, though. I'm pretty sure that's why he could, that's why he, determined that he was a threat to existence. Right? The following pages detail an advanced method for manipulating rift-spanning apertures as devised by NEWFOUND, the 9th Patriarch of House Demir. There we go. We present these research notes to the faculty of Charlayan's Studium as both a token of our friendship and an expression of our boundless admiration. You appear to have located the forbidden volume you seek. Have something you'd like to show me, do you? My apologies. I flipped open but a single book and was completely absorbed by the contents. Thanks for the fucking help. Well done, Pyro. I think you may have found our prize. Ooh. Is that the fucking Necronomicon? What the fuck is that? Looks like a bird?
Yes, the ether signature is unmistakable. I've felt the traces of House Damir's resonance many times at the Great Work.
You're saying it wrong. It's the Great Work. The Great Work. The Great Work.
Time to see what all the fuss was about.
Open it. That thing's definitely gonna summon Cthulhu. Fuck it. We're doing void shit, right? Send it.
Among the ranks of the Void Sent, there exist entities with the power to call forth their brethren from beyond. The species known as Atmos, however, is uniquely prodigious in this regard. From its distended maw, it can expel an endless procession of void-born creatures. A talent which sorely tested the Radiant host in its battles against these abominations. Surmising that the entity itself was acting as a void gate, we endeavored to capture a small specimen and subsequently examine its physiological structure. Our findings revealed that the Atmos had absorbed a planar fissure into its own flesh, which it could expand at will into a functioning gate. Upon further analysis, we identified an ethereal wave pattern emitted during this process. A pattern we were able to emulate by passing crystal-stored ether through a specially designed prism. We proceeded to embed said prism into an arcane simulacrum, thus completing what we have dubbed our artificial Atmos.
That's fucking nuts. We figured out how to fucking use this specific etheric wavelength to fucking rip holes in time space.
So blind
Holy
to the
shit.
possibilities. This species, not to mention its ability to summon void scent, has been discussed among academics for years now. Just before the advent of the 7th Umbral Calamity, we received reports of Atmos sightings from every corner of Eorzea. Surely you've at least heard the tales. And still, House Daemir went and built a mock Atmos of their very own. I'm not surprised the Archons consigned their work to a restricted archive. It was no easy task, but at last we've unearthed the volume we've been searching for. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't tempted to stay longer. See what other forbidden titles might be lurking on these shelves? Ah, but that would be abusing the very special privilege we've been granted now, wouldn't it?
Oh fuck, better not. Whoops, actually I skipped that. I did slip the Voidburn one in the... yeah. Oh, yeah. As much as I would love to start crafting the Atmos, I'm afraid this is far outside my field of expertise. Fortunately, we know a Hannish alchemist who would be delighted to involve herself in our House Daemir project. Our business here is concluded. For the moment, please pass on our regards to the forum. Your message will be conveyed. Should you wish to indulge in more forbidden literature, I will be here. Patron mode disabled. Security mode engaged. If anyone can help us, Nidana can. I say we return to Thavnair and look for her at the Great Work. Yes. Yes. How about the Atmos thing falls into place so neatly? It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. The Atmos are kind of scary looking. All these sallow, sleep-deprived faces, but their eyes still burn with fiery zeal. Some things never change. Y'shtola tells me you are pursuing a most fascinating study, and that you want me to be a part of it. Of course, Nadana. I have no doubt you'll be interested. This research log should speak for itself. Will it now? Why, the sisters! This is the mark of House Demir. I never even knew such a work existed. You should. It was sequestered in Numenon's restricted archives after all. It was? But that means every word within is forbidden knowledge. A forbidden tome filled with forbidden research. And you put it right into my unsuspecting hand? I can hardly wait to read it! Oh, that's so great. To think that Demir were developing such marvelous techniques so long ago. How many innovations have been lost over the centuries, I wonder? Now that you've glanced over the notes, what say you to helping us build a new mock Atmos? I say yes. 1,000 times yes. Work on a Demir project that had been that had even the redoubtable scholars of Sharlayan trembling in their sandals. No alchemist of the great work could resist. You are a woman after my own heart. Oh, I suppose I should ask, what do you mean to do with this big-mouthed simulacrum once we've built it? Go into the void. So, there's a secret void gate. Void gate? And it's sealed in the... fucking shit, dude. Sometimes, bro. A dangerous experiment. Count me in, pretty much. And it is sealed in the ruins at the bottom of the bounty? Today is a day of revelations indeed. If the purpose of our man-made Atmos is to expand this hidden portal, then I will need to see it for myself, I think. Manipulating rift-spanning apertures is not the sort of thing you want to attempt without first taking into account every single factor. Then by all means accompany us to the vault. I plan to lead us back there shortly, once we finish gathering the components I require. The Forbidden Glory Hole. Sharlayan's markets provide the raw... provided the raw Sharlayan's markets provided the raw aquamarine in pure water crystals, but I might need help obtaining a small quantity of astrally infused water. For such a liquid, you need go no further than the font of Maya. Its ascetics of old once favored the place for their meditations, and the water which pools there now is known to enliven the flow of ether. That sounds perfect. If you'd be so kind as to fill a flask at the pool, I will petition Vitra to join us. The idea I have in mind won't amount to much without his authority to command the Void Gate. Shall we be about it then? We meet back here anon. There is no greater joy than having a new puzzle to ponder. Glad you feel that way. See you soon, Idana. And ironically, love all the Crafter-Gatherer ones of those in the battle classes. She's nodding. Astrally dense pocket. Remember when a baby almost drowned here? Yeah, that was fucking awful. PTSD intensifies. Yeah. Truly a great place to bring the kids. Oh, I forgot to mention, the font of Maya attracts aggressive wildlife. And you should watch out for them when, you go there next time. My apologies. Archon Yashtola requested that I join you, but of her plan she offered scant detail. The boy Murad was glad to hear of the news of the Foundation. It means a new life for him and his sister. Estinian. Do you have that flask for me? Yes, this should suffice. Thank you, Pyro. Void theory. Shoal is eager to depart for the vault. Look who I came across. Estinian seemed in need of diversion, and we, in turn, may have need of his lands. Right then, now that our little party is assembled, let us make our way to the ruins. Will we have need of Matsuo's boat again? Not this time. Oh, that's Archon. Not this time. Once Yashtola informed me of our destination, I arranged for a vessel to be made ready at Akiali. Your Excellency is ever the gracious host. Shall we? Yeah, I kind of like how he's kind of keeping me up to date on the kid. I like that. Salt winds whale come. Salt winds whale come. Welcome. Welcome. Feliz has vida. Feliz has vida. Just kidding. Such a freak. What's up, Nadana? All this time I thought the tales of Alzadal's hoard were no more than drunken sailors' fancies. Can't say I blame you. It is likely not needed with Varshan alone. But I held onto the map against the chance we might return to the ruins. Onto the boat, if you please. We can chat on the way there. The ship is yours to command. Our thanks. We set sail at once. Oh, this is so exciting. Alzadal's legacy. To see the truth of a legend with my own eyes. All aboard for the treasure vault. Welcome. Felipe's not your dad. Philippe's not your dad. Poor Vitra. He really should have spoken with the Stinian before we left. I shudder to think what we've cost them in terms of construct materials. I thought we cleared this place of constructs the last time we came through. It would seem a few stragglers remained. He laid waste to the Merrick at utter a single word. Oh my god. Fucking Estinian.
The ruins alone were impressive enough. But I never dreamed such a treasure lay hidden in the depths of the bounty.
Huh. I meant Selk knew. Motherfucker said, go check it.
It may have been helpful to know this device existed, Your Excellency.
My apologies. The gate was a secret I shared with none but my closest advisors. I feared for what might happen should those with ill intentions learn of its existence.
What is it you're doing now?
What you doing?
There is something I wish to verify. The NOAA reports claim that a short stint into the void carries little risk of etheric imbalance. Should one suffer an injury, however, or if one's expedition drags on longer than intended, that risk becomes significantly greater.
Right. So we've got to have a
Gra
warding
has theorized that a
scale.
warding scale would confer protection from the void's corrupting influence. But I would prefer to test that hypothesis before we set foot in the 13th ourselves.
It's fucking huge, bro.
So, this is an experiment of sorts.
YOLO.
Yes, an experiment. Tell me, how would you go about testing the efficacy of the warding scale?
I might as well go myself. Say nothing and look meaningfully at Estinian. Maybe send a familiar?
Very good. I see you've been paying attention. As Vitra
Hardly.
sent his simulacrum, so too shall we rely on a familiar to bear the brunt of any unpleasant consequences.
Yeah. That has not always turned out well. Have you ever heard of Medion?
Now, a lowly imp can navigate a fissure, no matter how narrow. Which means an arcane entity of similar stature should be able to manage the same.
Send the familiar
I
to deal with all the
hadn't
hard
wanted it to
shit.
come
It's
to this.
fine.
But no other familiars will do. I'm afraid.
Yashola, why do you always have to risk your fucking why are you always doing this? Don't dip into the live stream on me and
I mislike
listen.
the sound of that. What manner of fiend does she mean to summon?
Listen. What listen, what is the plan here?
From ocean rise and cloud bank form, from mountain spring and rainfall storm, from river flow and life be born. Water, froth, and foam!
What the fuck? That was...
Ready your arms. I fear she's been possessed.
Oh, come now. That was adorable.
fucking Estinian, dude. Oh, that's fucking funny. Nixie. Oh no. Ooh, sad cat.
Though not my first choice. These familiars I conceived of as a child have the best chance of fitting through the gate. I only wish my younger self had considered a more dignified ending to the creation ritual.
It's okay, Yashola. I started out as a summoner too, and
In any case,
I quickly switched to
these two
Black
should serve
Mage.
as well.
It's fine.
This one will bear a warding scale.
Nice. And this one will not. Good luck, little one.
And when they return from the 13th, we can observe how the talisman, or absence thereof, has affected the progress of the Void's corruption.
Okay, good idea.
If I could impose upon you to open the gate. Your Excellency?
Yes, of course.
He's fucking stun locked
We
still.
should also be wary of void sync slipping through while we conduct our experiment. Estinian, you are to keep Nadana safe from harm.
He's like,
As you say.
oh, yeah. Yeah.
You had best be on your guard as well.
Whatever you say. Yeah. That's how you know. Dude, that's why everyone picks cat girls, bro. That's why everyone picks cat girls. Even Varshan, even this fucking thousands of year old dragon is just like bewilderment. Froth and foam.
Oh, are you volunteering to join the Nixies? I could shrink you down, you know.
Oh, yeah? Do it. Do it, actually.
Let us begin, shall we?
I've been a Lala before. I know.
Nixies, into the void.
What if they're just like, no?
No, please don't send us. No, God.
Sister, save me. I will never see Yashola the same way again. Froth and foam indeed. I struggled to picture Yashtola as a little girl. Easier to believe she sprang fully formed from one of Master Matoya's cauldrons. Dude, Estienne got the zingers here, dude. He got the zingers. Every time I come here, it reminds me that that dark portal above the crystal tower, and the final lash of Ajdaya's tail as she plunged into the void. Oh, sorry, Varshan. Here, I'll go take care of it. Does I have to wait? I don't know how stairs work. I guess I can't. La Habrea steps
I
out.
think we've waited long enough.
I'm back, motherfucker! Imagine. That'd be
Nixies,
funny.
return to my side.
Oh no! This one's just fine. Watch, that's the one that's got the warding stone. That'd be fucking weird. Warding skill. Water! Water! I don't need it. I don't need it. I need it!
You did well.
Jesus, Nadana. Fuck! What an angle.
Its essence has been irrevocably warped.
Guess it's time to step on it. Sorry, it's crude. Oh my god, it's the Black Knight.
We're out of time. I must reseal the void gate.
Good.
They're coming through!
I'll destroy them, don't worry.
In the name of Alzadal III, I bar this door unto the void.
Get fucked.
Well, that was a sharp lesson in the dangers of void gates.
Yeah, well, you stand. Listen, Nadana. You also stood right next to an open, spooky door. And I even fucking warned everybody that you don't do
And
that.
what of our experiment? I'd say the results speak for themselves.
So. Tentacles, dude.
The unprotected Nixie has suffered extensive etheric corruption. As Nidana observed, it's well on its way to becoming a void scent. The one merged with the talisman, however, appears unaffected. I sense no changes to its equilibrium. Rest now, little ones.
Graha's theory was correct then.
So it would seem. But while our second familiar was untouched by void energies, the talisman itself shows signs of degradation. It was, of course, originally designed to shield the soul from primal tempering. It stands to reason that etheric corruption of a different sort would affect it differently. We may need to modify the warding scale's design to account for the 13th's uniquely unstable ether.
You've said much of the Void's instability, but my imagination fails me. What manner of place is this broken world?
Ah, my apologies. I forget that not all of us spend our days sequestered in dusty archives. The 13th is a reflection of the source that was drowned in a flood of darkness.
Recap time.
In Emmett Selk's own words, this tragedy was a result of the Ascians' attempts to force a rejoining. They erred in their haste, and made of that world a useless void. You remember Una Kalhai, the unusual child we met during our troubles with the war in Triad.
Kalhai. Oh my.
He explained the fate of the 13th thus. The champions of that ill-fated world used the stone known as Auracite to contain the power of primals. But those self-same heroes were gradually corrupted by the Auracite's bleeding energies, transforming into fiends with an endless hunger for ether. By the time anyone thought to oppose them, Light's strength had grown too feeble, and the balance of the 13th tipped into eternal darkness. It was Elidibus, as I recall, who rescued Unakalhai's spirit from his final battlefield. But I wonder if there were others whom the emissary saved from oblivion.
The barmaid at the Wandering Stairs. Arbert's companion, the Elven Swordswoman. Barmaid at the Wandering Stairs.
The server, Ciela, wasn't it? And you say she was another of Elidibus's pawns? I see. So Ciela, or rather Silva, was beguiled by the same dreams of heroism as Unakalhai.
Mm-hmm.
And what of your own experience? Will you tell us of what you observed during Noah's expedition? I can picture it now. The sunless, Stygian expanse, infested with legions of ether-starved monstrosities. A void in every sense of the word.
What you have described in such lurid detail is exactly why I hesitate to encourage you.
Shit was scary, that's it. It was fucking scary, spooky scary.
Worry not, great Vitra. Our journey into the 13th is but the first leg of a longer voyage. A voyage that shall lead us to other reflections, to new mysteries and discoveries. And I mean to be there every step of the way.
Dope, dude. Ooh, the setup. I like it.
But first, I must focus on refining the warding talisman.
Then I can begin work on constructing an artificial Atmos. Or I could if I had the relevant manuals to hand. Might I be so bold as to request access to the Satrap's family archives? Your Excellency?
Oh, yes. That can be arranged. I will speak to my officials upon our return.
We will see you back in the city then.
Seeing the Void's terrors firsthand was an experience, but I doubt fear of such creatures is at the root of Vitra's hesitation. Satrap's duty. You shall ponder the next stage of your preparations to enter the Void. Alright, am I like getting close, bro? Am I like getting kind of close or nah? This is the last quest? Okay. Once Nadana succeeds in replicating the mock Atmos, this door into the 13th will be ours to open. Will you be crossing the threshold alongside us? I realize this is more my endeavor than yours. To be honest, I've no interest in visiting the Void myself. Might we discuss this later? There is something I must do first. Loomba, thanks so much for the 5-month resub, Snorpa. What that means? Why does everyone insist on being so secretive? I at least had good reason for not wanting to explain my Nixie ritual. Shall we proceed with our other preparations then? As we saw, the warding scale can be effective at protecting the bearer from other sources of etheric corruption. Nevertheless, the talisman's durability will need to be improved if it is to withstand the Void's influence for a prolonged length of time. And I think that is a problem we can address without involving the brilliant but busy alchemists who created it. Who do we know who excels at this kind of structural augmentation? The Allegans! Perhaps they once did, but availing ourselves of Allegon insights tends to be an involved process in and of itself. Nay, I believe a more straightforward approach is in order, consulting with the engineers of Garland Ironworks. Lame. I'm just kidding. As I recall, Sid himself is no stranger to the Void and its volatile energies. With his experienced hand at the helm, I have every confidence that the Ironworks can strengthen the warding scale. Come, let us visit their operation in Ralga's Reach and commission their best and brightest. Allegon's was obviously just the fucking, you know. Oh, hey, look, I'm here. What the fuck? Perhaps this young man can locate Sid for us. Pyro, what brings you to the Ironworks? We have a commission for you and your president, actually. Assuming he's available. Master Sid. Certainly, I'll see if he has a free moment. Pleasure as always. I hear you have a job for us. Heading into the void to find a lost dragon. That sounds almost pedestrian compared to your last adventure. Honestly, I don't know if you could say anything that would surprise me after Meteion and that bloody mess. Don't fucking jinx us, Sid. Alright, let's take a look at this talisman of yours. You said there were signs of degradation. It seems some manner of corrosion is set in around a scratch on its surface. Much of the void's corruption seeped into Nero through his wounds. In which case, our best bet may be to simply prevent the scale from being damaged in the first place. Oh, whoops. It seems some manner of corrosion is set around. Okay, much of the void's corruption seeped into Nero through his wounds, in which case. Okay. And how might we achieve that? We have a coding agent for strengthening trinkets and the like, but I'd be wary of applying a compound which might upset the scale's delicate alchemical balance. Far safer to dress it in armor. Good idea? We'll construct a protective casing, one utilizing metal alloys with high etheric conductivity, so as not to impede the talisman's primary function. A suit of armor, as you said. Nero has compiled data on the 13th, so I'll have him pitch in with the design, just to be sure. If only it weren't such an ordeal to convince him to follow our safety protocols. I swear, I've never had such a reckless employee. In any case, we may need some time to untangle the particulars. Understandable. We know how busy your schedule is. And the final result will doubtless be worth the wait. The hard part will be ducking Jessie and her constant barrage of demands while we sneak about doing the fun stuff. We'll see what we can do. I think we can leave the rest in Sid's capable hands. Let's return to the great work and see how Nadana is getting on with the mock Atmos. You wouldn't imagine how many HR complaints I've had to register about Nero either. The man's almost cut his thumb off at least 5 times.
Hey, Stola! The adjustments are going well, I hope?
Okay. Plot twist, this time it's a
Tis
literal
lengthy
demon core.
process, but the end is in sight, yes.
That's wonderful news. I myself had some good fortune searching through the Satrap's private records. What I found was a transaction log dated around the same period as when Alzadal's legacy was built. It included a purchase list of highly exclusive alchemical components, and I knew I'd discovered the key to making the artificial Atmos.
Nice.
I then visited the High Crucible to commission the materials. After I'd explained my requirements, I was beset by volunteers insisting I allow them to help with the entire project.
The usual reaction to someone forcing open a void gate is to run for the hills. Harnish academics certainly are a different breed.
The alchemists of old were cut from a similar cloth. The unknown held no fear for them. Indeed, They were ever eager to seek new knowledge, regardless of the danger.
And were you not also fearless, heedless even, in your determination?
My sire entered his dormancy before I was hatched. And so it was Ashdaya who kept my eggs safe and warm.
Ashdaya.
It created a bond between us. Even long after I learned to fend for myself, I rarely strayed from her side.
Making me on? Yeah, fucking tell me about it, bro. Shit.
She was my guardian, my sister, my dear companion. And not a single day passes that I do not mourn her absence.
Sad.
No matter how deep the darkness,
Sad trap.
I would not surrender my search. I promised myself the time would come when we would once more take to the skies together.
Well, you don't make promises you can't keep.
But I am satrap now.
The Radiant Host is here to serve, Your Excellency.
That guy's face is
Nadine.
unusually smooth looking.
What is this about?
I need some texture on his face.
Sir Estinian told us of your predicament.
Looks like he's made of wax.
For centuries, you have protected Rads at Han, never showing your true self.
Uses lotion.
Hiding behind a curtain and living only in service to the people.
Looks mad as hell. Bro, why are you looking so pissed? Shit.
Your dedication meant more to us than your deceit, and so did we accept you as our rightful ruler. After all that you have sacrificed for this nation, did you imagine we would begrudge you your heart's desire? We survived the final days. We are a strong and proud people.
Will Ferrell
We,
cameo.
the Radiant Host, will keep Thavnair safe in your absence.
Nice.
I am grateful for your loyalty and for your encouragement. And yet,
Now you listen to me, Varshan. You are wearing that face, after all. As I have told you before, you are a little brother to us all.
He's postured up on a motherfucker right there. He said, sit the fuck down. I know you're a dragon and shit, but sit the fuck down.
And if you are family, then so too is your sister.
Oh.
We are there for you if you need us. But do not ask us to sit by and watch while you abandon a sibling you have ached to rescue for millennia.
He's just a little guy.
We will succeed in opening the way. It is only a matter of time. All you...
Oh no! All you need to do is prepare to step through to the other side. Clover.
Your Excellency, I wanted to thank you for building the orphanage. It means so much that my sister and I will have a place to be together. Safe and happy.
Aww. Aww, look at
And I hope that you and your sister can be together again too.
To protect them well, you must take heart. Will you wallow in uncertainty forever?
take heart and protect them well. Such were the words I once said to you. And here I stand, failing to live up to them. If my heart is torn, I am fit to protect neither Ajdaya nor Radzatan.
So heavy. Fuck. Why are you so fucking heavy?
My people, I have come to a decision. Vashan will depart Thavne for a time. My dragon self will remain in the palace, but only to conduct the satrap's most essential duties. While I am focused on controlling this vessel, there may be matters that escape my attention.
Time for Heaven's Ward 2.
I rely on you, my trusted friends, to watch over one another until I return.
Time for us to pull him into it,
Take
and then
care and fair fortune,
and then-
brother.
and then
Many tears would be shed should you come to harm.
just ambush Ajdaya. If we find her in good shape, we just ambush her and fucking steal their dragon eyes. That's what we do. Sounds like the start of a new story arc.
I would not dare make you cry.
We'll meet Estunian. You surprise me, Estinian. For a lone wolf, you showed an unusual degree of, shall we say, involvement in helping Vitra reach his conclusion. It was for the greater good. The words thundering thighs were keeping his citizens awake at night. And our travelers believing the palace racked by some unnatural storm. What of your own answer, then? You seem disinclined to venture into the void. When I was one with Nidhogg, his vengeful thoughts were my thoughts. His endless rage, my rage. And the soul-chilling grief he nursed for Ratatoska's death. I would not wish such agony upon a foe, let alone a friend and ally. If there is a chance we can spare Vitra that pain, then I will follow you. Oh, Estinian, I fucking love you, dude. An unusual crew we have here. Any other former scions we should call on? Just the four of us? Any other former scions we should call on? I'd rather not bother our comrades with aught less than a dire threat to the star. We four should be sufficient for our purpose. Now, on to specifics. Unlike the first, where the flood of light was halted before its devastation was complete, the 13th has been utterly subsumed by darkness. My plan as such is to explore the void in stages, withdrawing to safety after each brief foray. It would be more convenient had we some manner of base camp nearer to the gate itself. One of the palace chambers should serve. Come, let us reconvene outside of outside Megaduda. We'll have that Atmos built before you know it. When a project like this comes along, we give it our full and undivided attention. Attention. Turn into Myakan at the end of the center. Fuck. Sleep? Ha! Who needs it? Oh, that reminds me. I really should finish that other project I was working on for His Excellency. Sus. Sussy sus. Sus McGuffins. I'm guessing a Mehmet for Ismaya. Ismaya? Ajdaya? Yeah, maybe so we can bring the soul back, eh? Build a mammoth, So that that way, if we get, yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good. Just kidding. And so we will require suitable accommodations. Oh, might we make something available for our guests? All the chambers are presently hosting the great mounds of treasures we carried out of the vault. Once the Foundation's activities begin in earnest, however, we can redistribute the trove and make a room or two ready for habitation. Is that like Ardbird hiding under the young Ardbird hiding under there? Good. Please inform me when you've completed the arrangements. As you have heard, we'll have you settled in Megaduda in due time. As ever, you are most gracious, Your Excellency. You risk yourselves to aid me in my search for Ajdaya. Providing comfortable quarters is the least I can do. I'm just so distracted by that fire right there. I only wish we knew more about our destination. The gods only know how long our explorations might possibly take, or what our chances of success might possibly be. Succeed or fail, I'm grateful to you for convincing me to make the attempt. On that note, I will return to the great work and lend what help I can to Nidana. If you've preparations to make ere we venture into the 13th, now is the time. All I need is my armor and my lance. Perhaps I'll train with the Radiant host to pass the time before we depart. Is this like a okay. Never mind. You know what this means to me, Pyro, but my purpose need not consume you as well. We are headed to another world. Find what joy you can in the experience, for you are a traveler, an adventurer at heart. This, I know. People just baiting the fucking Warrior of Light by triggering my fucking... my sleeper agent fucking signal. Adventure. I just like fucking... Adventure? Sure, let's go on an adventure. Like, what the fuck? This shit is like a fucking keyword. Meanwhile, in the 13th... Oh, yeah. Hey! Spoopy whoopy. Oh, there he is again. Show yourself, fiend! I know it's you, you motherfucker. When are you gonna die? When are you gonna actually die? Oh, whoa, look at the hands. Oh. Show me the face, dude. Oh, that's sick! Oh my god, he looks fucking sick.
And thus I am returned.
Yes, dude, what the fuck? Even I can't kill this motherfucker.
Bereft of saviors.
Let paths unwalked adventure spur, pulses quicken, spirits stir. Dude. They're bringing him back, dude. Oh my god, I can't believe it. What the fuck? Oh, dude. Big Void Scent lore. Oh man, yes. I want the big fucking Void Sent Lord, dude. Yes, sir.